Most people stay stuck because they do the same things over and over again. They get caught up in the same routines, the same fears, the same habits. But the top 3%, they think differently. And if you apply what I'm about to share with you today, you'll instantly be ahead of 97% of people. Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm a nurse injector and entrepreneur who scaled my med spa business to 6 figures in 6 months and over $2 million in revenue in under 2 years. I didn't get here because I had it all figured out. I got here because I shifted the way I thought. So today I'm going to share 3 principles: clarity, consistency, and courage. Apply even one of these and you'll already be separating yourself from the crowd. The first thing that sets the top 3% apart is clarity. Most people drift. They say things like, I want to be successful, but what does that even mean? If your goal is vague, your results will be vague too. When I decided I wanted to hit 6 figures, I didn't keep it in my head. I was transparent with my team. I plastered my goal all over my whiteboard for all the girls to see. At first, they looked at me like, Tiffany, what? And I said, yes, this is what we're aiming for. That's when it shifted from being my goal to our mission. Everyone had to rise to the level of that number. And here's the truth. You have to throw your goals out there, even if they sound crazy. That's the only way to make them real. So instead of saying, I want to be successful, say, I want a med spa that consistently makes 100K months. Clarity creates direction. Direction creates action, and action creates results. And that first shift, clarity, completely transformed how I operated. By the way, if you're watching this and thinking, I need help building my injector skill set or learning how to grow my business the right way, I've put some resources together for you. Check the link in the description. I have courses that can help you improve your technical skills or streamline your business process so you don't get burnt out like I did. All right. Let's get into the second shift. The second principle is consistency. Here's the truth. 97% of people give up after the first challenge, the first delay, the first failure, and I've been there in the beginning. I only showed up on my stories when I wanted to make a little extra money. I knew they would convert, and they did, but then I'd disappear again until I needed clients. I also didn't always answer emails and messages. I felt overwhelmed, but what I had to learn is this: every message, every inquiry, that's an opportunity to build trust. And you only have a short period of time to grab your customers' attention before they move on to the next person. When I started treating every touch point like it mattered, things changed. I showed up even when I didn't feel like it. I answered those messages. I followed up. I stayed visible even on hard days. At first it felt pointless, but what I didn't realize was that consistency was planting seeds. It's just like the gym. You don't get the body of your dreams after 1 or 2 days of working out, right? It takes months, sometimes years. And what's the key word? Consistency. Clients later told me, I've been watching your stories for months before I finally decided to book. Or I appreciated that you always responded even when I just was asking questions. That's when it clicked. Consistency compounds, right? It builds trust, credibility, and momentum that you may not see right away. Most people stop showing up when they don't see instant results. The top 3%, they keep showing up anyway. It's not about what you do once, it's about what you do daily. Consistency will always separate you from the rest. The third principle is courage. Most people play small because of fear. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of investing in themselves. And I've felt all of those fears. I was scared to raise my prices. In my head, I thought if I charge more, no one will buy. I was scared to hire help. I thought, what if I can't afford it? What if I'm making a huge mistake? I was scared to launch new services, thinking, what if no one books? What if I embarrass myself? But here's the truth. Every major breakthrough in my business came from a moment when I did the thing I was afraid of. When I raised my prices, terrified. But I didn't lose clients. I attracted better ones. People who value my expertise. When I hired help, terrified. Instead of draining me, it freed up some time for me to grow. It gave me the time to refine my systems, improve my client experience, and expand my business efforts in ways I couldn't do it before. When I launched services before I felt ready, instead of cricket, I built new revenue systems that scaled my business faster. That's when I realized courage doesn't mean you're fearless. It means you act in spite of your fear. Think about it like jumping into a pool, standing on the edge your mind's racing, you're overthinking. But the second you leap, you realize the water isn't nearly as scary as you thought. And here's how I look at it now. I use those little feelings of fear as a gauge that I'm actually moving in the right direction. If it scares me, it's usually a sign that I need to do it anyway. I remind myself I will only learn if I leap. If I don't, all I'm left with is the question, what if? And that question will plague your mind forever. And here's the thing, the longer you take to act, the more time you're wasting to reach your goals, your revenue, and your impact. Most people wait until they feel ready, but ready never comes. The top 3% take action before they feel ready. Courage beats perfection. Action beats waiting. So let's recap. The 3 things that will put you ahead of 97% of people are clarity. Define exactly what you want. Consistency, keep showing up no matter what. And courage, act even when it scares you. If you start applying even one of these today, you'll already be ahead of most people. The question is, which one are you committing to right now? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this valuable, hit that like button, subscribe for more content on growing your business and your mindset, and share this with someone who needs the push today. This one decision, clarity, consistency, and courage, can change everything. I'll see you in the next video.